Alright, and today what I'm going to do is to do some examples from exercise 5.2. Okay, now I present to you questions from 5.2. Now I'll just explain as I go along. Okay, first I'm going to do parts of question 1, 1b, 1d, 1e. I will leave out A, C and F. You can try that out if you want to practice more. Practice makes perfect. Okay, first for question 1b, I'm attempting to find the interest. So I say I equals to PRT over 100, as you can see from this formula here. The one that I need to point out to you is the T. Notice that the time given to you is 9 months, okay? But the interest rate is in 7% per annum in terms of years. So in order for us to fix this situation, what I do is that I will convert my number of months into years. So 9 months divided by 12 is equals to 3/4 of a year. I just plug everything into the formula, okay? I get my interest to be 357. To find my amount that I get at the end, or the yield, my amount is 6,800 plus 357. I simply get 7157 for question 1b. For question 1d, alright, we try to find the time. So you can let the required time required be t. You want to use small t, you want to use big T, up to you. Alright, okay. You want to use a t bag also? Nah, okay, you can't use a t bag here. I equals to PRT over 100. My interest rate is 700. My principal from the question is 5,000. Rate of interest is 3.5. My t is as defined here is small t divided by 100. I'm simply applying the formula I equals PRT over 100 for simple interest. So I multiply both sides by 100. 700 times 100 is 70,000 equals to 5,000 times 3.5 gives me 17,500 t. I divide both sides by 17,500. I get t equals to 4 years. And the amount that I withdraw is simply equals to my principal plus my interest is 5,700. Quite a simple question, just have to be sure what the variable is and solve using algebra. Next one, let I% be the interest rate per annum. Okay, first I have my interest rate. If you have the amount withdrawn is 7680 minus the principal is 7,200, what I'm left with is the interest, okay, which is 480. So I take the final amount minus the principal, I get the interest here. Plug into the formula, I equals PRT over 100. 480 equals to P. R, okay, as we defined, is the I% times T. Again, similar to 1B, I've converted the time into number of years. 8 months divided by 12, okay, gives you 2/3 of a year over 100. We solve in a way that's similar to 1D, multiplying both sides by 100. Okay, this eliminates 100 here. I get 48,000 on my left hand side. Dividing both sides by 4,800, I get I is equals to 10%. And that concludes 1E. Alright, now I'm going to do question 4 now. Let me adjust the paper. Okay, question 4. A sum of money is deposited at 7% per annum, simple interest, if the yield after 3 years is 7744. Find the original sum of money. So the original sum of money is P. Okay, the yield, right? The yield in this case refers to how much money you actually withdraw at the end of 3 years. So in this case, right, the formula calls for the interest. So if my yield is 7744, I minus away the principal amount, which is P, okay, is equals to my interest. So I take my final amount withdrawn, the yield, minus the principal sum is actually the interest. Notice that I cannot solve for P yet because I'm actually supposed to be solving for the original sum P. Then we have P, okay, R, the rate of interest. In this case, the rate of interest is 7%. The T, okay, T they tell us is 3 years divided by 100. Alright, so you're clear how I get this? Interest, this is simply PRT over 100. To solve this, I simply multiply both sides of the equations by 100. So I get 774400 minus 100p equals to 21p. Then, okay, I add 100p to both sides of my equation. I get 121p is equals to 774400. Dividing both sides by 121, I get p is equals to 6,400. So my original sum is $6,400. Now I move on to question 6. Okay, question 6. Mei Yi deposited 7,200 in her savings account, which earns interest rate at the rate of 5% annum. If the money is deposited for 4 years, calculate the simple interest. Okay, simple interest in this case, we apply our favorite formula, PRT over 100. Okay, certainly not my favorite, maybe it's your favorite. Okay, the P is 7,200, my R is 5, my T is 4 years, divided by 100. So what I get here, if you key all the values into the calculator, your simple interest is simply equals to $1,440. That is if the amount was computed via simple interest. If you compute the amount via compound interest, okay, compound interest, A is equals to P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. My amount in this case is equals to 7,200, no, not amount, the principal rather, is 7,200. 1 plus R is 5 over 100 to the power of N, which is 4. Okay, you key this into your calculator, 7,200 times, okay, 1 plus 5 over 100 to the power of N. In this case, N is 4. You get this value, 8751.645. Okay, so it's 8751.645. Okay, this is not my final answer yet, so I just leave it in the truncated value. So my interest is simply equals to my amount, 8751.645, minus my principal amount, which is 7,200, and my final answer should be rounded off correct to 2dp. I get 1551.65. That is 6b. For 6c, they will ask you to find the difference. Okay, let's laugh at this simple question. Ha 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 ha. Okay, the difference is equals to 1551.65 minus the interest gain from simple interest is 1440, and the difference in this case is where is my difference? Okay, my difference in this case is 111.65. So in this case, right, if you had saved using compound interest, you will actually save more money in the long run. And in this case, this person, Mei Yi, has saved $111.65 more by saving in a compound interest account. And thank you for watching.